Good morning, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I'm Peter Booth, and today I'm going to talk about my 7 favorite movies of all time. I love cinema. I even studied cinema at school as one of my main subjects, which is amazing. I get to learn a lot more about cinema and also get to practice with my writing and also with some directing, and I know camera works now and everything, so it's a very good subject. And also I'm going to the Cannes Film Festival in 2 weeks, which I can't wait to share with you. It's going to be like an experience. I love watching movies, and one thing that I love even more is rewatching movies over and over again. So today I'm going to make my ranking of my 7 favorite movies of all time. Those are my comfort movies that I watch over and over again. So let's go. Number 7, Beauty and the Beast, directed by Bill Condon and starring Emma Watson. It's a remake of the animated classic of 1991. This movie has a lot of layers to the story. With the story of Belle's parents, which I love. I'm not going to talk much about it in case you want to watch it. And there are some cool new songs in the movie, like "Oh, Does a Moment Last Forever." I just love this song because it has so many meanings in it, and it's just sad. But yeah, this movie is very good. It's a movie that I recommend to watch on a Christmas night because to me, Beauty and the Beast is a Christmas movie, like around winter and everything. So that's my number 7. Number 6, Ashley, A Dog's Tale, directed by Lars Elstrom. The story of the movie is based on a real story of an Akita named Aiko that waited for his owner every day at Shibuya Station while he was at work. And one day, his owner passed while he was at work, and he kept on waiting for him for years. I love this movie so much because it's such a beautiful, timeless story. Like you see the dogs growing up. It's such beautiful moments that are shown, like they're trying to play with a ball, and at first it's like, oh, I don't want to do it, and then they do it, and it's so beautiful. It evolves, and then unfortunately, his owner passed away. And it just the saddest hour I ever watched. Josh, I'm going to cry again, and I don't want to. But this movie is just amazing. The emotions, like you truly feel the emotion. And yeah, I just recommend you guys to watch it. Number 5, Maleficent, directed by Joe Roth. I love this remake of the classic Sleeping Beauty. It's not only a remake, it tells another story from the point of view of Maleficent, the villain. Since it all always being intrigued by the villains, and I love how you follow the story of Maleficent. I don't tell much about it in case you haven't watched it. I love the soundtrack, and I love the story and the lessons gave about true love, and I think it's a very interesting movie and I really recommend it. Before, The Truman Show, directed by Peter Weir and starring Jamie Carragher. I watched it for the first time last September. Since then, I think I've watched it like 3 times. This movie, it's really like a psychological movie. I love the aesthetic of it. It's pretty much like 1950s, most of it. You're very like, there's a lot of suspense in it. You truly don't know what's going on in the beginning, but then at the end, you understand it. It kind of like makes you question what's real and what's not real for the whole thing. Like, is the city real? Is it not? I'm not going to try to spoil you guys. I feel like some beginning of video, I'm not like objective at all. I keep on saying, whoa, it's perfect, I love it. But it's just my opinion. You can disagree or agree. But to me, those movies are like the movies I want to keep on watching. So number 3, Harry Potter and the Chamber Secret, directed by Chris Columbus. I'm a big fan of Harry Potter. I already made 2 videos on the channel. I feel like Harry Potter, those are the kind of movies you can watch another time and still notice like new things in it about the story, especially if you already read the book. And it's there the way, little fun fact by the way, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets is the longest movie, but the book is the shortest of all the Harry Potter books. So I feel like they really wanted to adapt the book very well and to portray everything in it, also to have its own adaptation in it, because not all the scenes are in it and not all the characters, like Peeves is never in the Harry Potter movies. But anyway, I love the aesthetic of this movie. I love Hogwarts. I love the soundtrack. I mean, the Harry Potter soundtrack is just beyond iconic, and I really recommend to watch this movie if you want to watch it. But watch the first Harry Potter movie before watching this one, and then just watch all of Harry Potter. You just have to do it because Harry Potter is it's a timeless classic. And so to Barbie, directed by Greta Gerwig. I watched this movie last summer and the cinema, and truly last summer was Barbie summer, and it was just amazing. Everyone was wearing pink and everything. I love the story. I love how deep the story was, because when you see Barbie, you're going to think of pink and sparkle. You're not going to think that it's going to be about what it means to be a woman, what it means to be a human being. And last year, at the time the Barbie movie was released, I was in my hometown, and I went to see this movie with my friends. And I remember when I came back home, I couldn't stop crying because I was like, I'm like Barbie. I don't want anything to change. I don't want to move to a new city. I don't want to feel completely alone like Barbie, and like everything changed. And I truly did feel like that. Barbie is truly like a character that I feel like we can all relate to in this movie. It's such a perfect scene at the end. You know what scene I'm talking about. But when she's with the song, and the song was a Maythor, I feel like we love this song. I would not have appreciated the movie as much as I did because this song has so much to the movie. This moment really changed my way of seeing life. Fucking truly. And I'm not even exaggerating. It's truly how I felt like the month after the movie. And this movie will be, I feel like, one of the biggest movie of the 2020s. So number one, The Age of 17, directed by Kelly Fremont Craig. So this movie tells the story of Nadine, a teenager whose father passed away and that lives with her mother and her brother. She has a best friend, and one day she discovers that her best friend is in a relationship with her brother. And after that, she feels very bad about it. She takes it like very, very bad. She's angry and everything. This movie is a coming of age movie, but it's also a mental health movie, I feel like, because Nadine like there's a lot about mental health and everything, about grief and all, and I just love it for that. I'm not going to spoil it a little with the end. There's, I feel like, the most beautiful moments. Like, I love this moment where she talks with her brother and she talks about how she feels. And this quote is really like, oh, I feel all the time. You know, ever since we were little, I would get this feeling like I'm floating outside of my body, looking down at myself. And I hate what I see. Or I'm acting with what I saw, and I don't know how to change it. And I'm so scared that this feeling will never go away. Why was I so dramatic? I don't know. This movie, I just recommend you to watch it. I can't say much about it. Just go watch it. It will truly like make you cry and maybe relate to it. So now you know one of my favorite movies. How about you like this video? Don't hesitate to follow me.